Hello, Puck Collector, Puck Investor, and welcome to another episode. My name is Half from minipokemon.com. If you haven't checked it out, go to minipokemon.com for everything Pokemon. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Shiny V-Star, Star V. We're going to be talking about reprints and how the hobby has been manipulated. So you don't want to miss it out. Alright, so let's just get started with Shiny Star V. That set just got released this November 20th. I had some boxes available in stock at minipokemon.com. They flew. They didn't even last 2 minutes, I think, and I sold out completely. The set is very highly anticipated. I've seen even English set collectors just trying to go into the Japanese set, which gives us a lot of hints of what is going to happen with that set that it's about to be released in February. So if you don't know, this Star V, it's probably a sneak peek of what we're going to get in February in our Sword and Shield 4.5 set in English. We'll probably see all of those cards back into a set in 4.5, plus other cards from the set to be released in January in Japan. I'm very excited. I don't know what else they might include in there, but if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to be creating a separate video where I will be talking about it's the Shiny Star V set, and we'll go over the cards and what I like about them and so on. But this huge interest that I'm seeing as an investor or collector, whatever you want to do, it gives you a good opportunity of understanding what the market wants. And it is clear that the market wants shiny Pokemon. Not only Charizard has become very popular, but we also have seen an exponential growth in the interest of shiny Pokemon, and it's probably sparked by Pokemon Go. A lot of people playing Pokemon Go love to collect shiny Pokemon, and to be honest, who doesn't love to collect Pokemon that are shiny, right? They have some sort of a special treat to them. Myself, as a player, I used to be a shiny hunter, and at the same time, as a collector, one of my biggest parts of my collection is shiny Pokemon cards, because they have that kind of sets that are more rare. Now, if they continue doing this type of shiny Pokemon cards, it might become old at some point and they will lose some interest. But I'm expecting that it will continue to grow for quite some time. Not only the cards, but the sets that contain those type of cards is going to grow. So I'm expecting this Star V English version coming up in February to be very, very popular. I'm expecting that it will just fly through the shelves, and of course we'll have it available here at minipokemon.com. And stay tuned, because we're going to be releasing a membership program where you're going to be able to get wholesale distributor prices on Pokemon cards by just paying a simple membership here at minipokemon.com. You don't want to miss that, because you're going to get very good deals. So the second topic that I wanted to discuss today is reprints. A lot of rumors, and I talked about it in the last video about the reprints and how we need to be cautious about reprints when you're investing in modern Pokemon product. There's still a huge amount of rumors about Cosmic Eclipse. I haven't gotten any confirmation out of my distributors that that's going to happen. It's weird. I think it's going to happen because they have been consistently reprinting sets that we didn't expect it, like Unbroken Bonds, Ultra Prism. So I think it's coming, but we'll see. I don't want to touch too much into that because it's a lot of speculation, and I don't have the right information to confirm or deny that those reprints are going to actually happen or not. So be on the lookout, and if there's going to happen and if there are going to be some reprints, you'll probably hear it here at Mini Pokemon channel, or through my social media, other channels like Facebook and Instagram. But, so stay tuned. Cosmic Eclipse. I will not be surprised if we start hearing rumors about Unified Minds as well, and so on. Now, as I touched a little bit on the previous video, reprints are something to be cautious about, because that just gives you an idea that Pokemon can reprint at any time. That is the concern that I have. Of course, I still am bullish on sealed product. I will be collecting it because over time the sealed product is just going to become desirable, right? There's always that sense of nostalgia that Pokemon cards have. So if you really enjoyed opening Cosmic Eclipse, or you really enjoyed opening on Broken Bonds, if someone kept a sealed booster box and it pops it open in 10 years, people are going to get excited. So if you're here for the long run, my recommendation is always keep it sealed and be patient. Just stay with it. Just leave it in the storage, leave it in the garage, put it in the closet. Don't see it. Don't be tempted to actually open them, because I think those are the things that will grow most in value. Just like we see today with base set and so on. We see that sealed product grows even more than cards themselves. And I expect the same to happen with modern product, or what we call modern. In 10, 15 years, that will no longer be modern. And I think people are going to start bringing those boxes out again, and we'll see this growth. So yeah, be very careful with what you invest. But I think the safest, beyond cards, graded cards, I think it's sealed product. And if you ask me, I believe even elite trainer boxes is more safe than booster boxes. Elite trainer boxes usually are just one print run. They never do a second print run for those. Whatever the distributors have for pre-orders, that's what they have. And it's very rarely that they bring a second print run on pre-orders on elite trainer boxes. Booster boxes they keep bringing because that's what people open and that's where the majority of the cards come. But the elite trainer boxes are more scarce. So if you want to save something that will potentially grow in value, not maybe like a booster box, but will grow faster, is going to be the ETBs. If you want more bang for your buck, then potential is the booster boxes, because those are going to grow more, but you will need to wait longer than with the ETBs. And then after that, as I said, cards and so on. So the third thing I wanted to discuss is about the production issues that Pokemon is currently facing. There's a lot of production issues that Pokemon had in the past. We have a shortage of Vivid Voltage, we have a shortage of Darkness Ablaze, and we have a shortage of the collection boxes as well. The Ultra Premium box was supposed to be released, they got it delayed for a week. So we're seeing a slow in production because Pokemon is overwhelmed with the huge demand and the spike of people coming in to the market after the heavy manipulation that happened. And that's kind of a great segue to the topic. But before I go to the market manipulation, just wanted to touch a little bit about production issues. So the scarcity that you're seeing right now in Vivid Voltage and Champion's Path and Darkness Ablaze is not going to last forever. So be patient. There's going to come a second wave of Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze. So you'll see more and more product coming out very soon. So if there's prices that are, if there's things that are overpriced right now, don't overpay for it. Just be patient, couple of weeks, maybe by middle of December, we'll get more product out and they will go back to normal, okay? So just be patient and be cautious. Now, there's a lot of fear of missing out, but don't fall into fear of missing out. There will be plenty of product, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to still be production issues. But believe me, Pokemon is a business, right? If there's money in the table, they're not going to leave it there. They're going to be printing more and more. If Champion's Path is bringing more money, we'll see more reprints. Now, I think Champion's Path will lose a little bit of its glory with that 4.5 set. So maybe Champion's Path will not have as many reprints as Hidden Fates had, but we will need to see. We will need to see how it's impossible to predict the future, but I'm assuming that if 4.5 is taking a lot of the interest of the public, then Champion's Path probably will only have this last reprint that happened, and that will be it. Well, we'll see. That will be exciting because Champion's Path was a great set, but it was not as powerful as Hidden Fates, right? Like there were cards and people were chasing those Charizards, are still chasing those Charizards, but in terms of content of cards, Champions Path is a little bit on the weak side. Yeah, they have the amazing rare cards and they have the Charizards and so on, but it's still not as powerful as something like Hidden Fates. And I'm expecting that this set coming in February is going to pack a punch. Anyway, sorry for jumping back and forward on different topics, but I'm super excited about what's coming on. And me as a collector get super excited and hyped about the cards because I love them. I love those full arts, but also I get hyped about the collecting, the investment side of things as well. Anyway, but let me talk about the investment side of things. Let's talk about the market manipulation that happened in Pokemon and why it's important to know when market manipulation is about to happen or is happening or it's ended. So there's a lot of drama about Logan Paul, or whatever his name is, about coming into the Pokemon products and Pokemon collecting. And he started opening a lot of vintage packs, and that basically skyrocketed the cost of Pokemon products, especially vintage. It just made this exponential curve happening more steep and fast. And when that happens, it's usually because there's a market manipulation. This person has the potential to trigger huge exponential growth. And we were seeing bits and pieces of the market manipulation happening already by certain other individuals with a lot of followers, like Gary Vaynerchuk, now Paul Logan. We saw it with other big YouTubers like Leon Hart opening vintage packs, and other YouTubers just opening vintage packs and making it like more mainstream. Now, I'm not saying that all those individuals got together and decided in this dark room that they were going to manipulate the market and bringing up. Some of them were unintentionally, but there's individuals that make it unintentional and that made it intentionally. And there's a lot of money coming into the hobby, and there's a lot of people that know exactly what they're doing because they have experience manipulating markets that are in the speculative nature as Pokemon is. When you have speculators as huge as and a huge fan base as Pokemon has, is a perfect formula to bring up a lot of money in a short amount of time and then sell your positions and make tons of money. And that is what happened here. We see this exponential, and we're seeing it in the sports cards as well. There's some market manipulation. We have seen it in Magic the Gathering in the past, and all the collectibles space. We see it everywhere, right? Every time there's speculation, there's a lot of market manipulation. We're seeing it in the video game industry as well with WOTC games and what is going on in there. And you just need to see what's going on in the market to realize that this is not sustainable. There was a new booster box from Pokemon base set sold recently for $360,000 in auction. There was another video game, Pokemon video game, that sold for $100,000 the other day as well. There's a lot of auctions happening right now in eBay, and the prices are just all over. I mean, there's one Charizard that is like $3 million, which of course is never going to happen. But you can see that people are manipulating the market. Things are going up quickly, and it's going to reach a point where it's going to trace back. We saw a small trace back a week ago after it just grew too much. Like Charizard's base sets, PSA 9 were selling for like $5,000. Now they went back to like $3,000 and $2,500, like around that price range. And now we're seeing them going back up again. And this is normal. They will reach a point where we cannot continue to grow. There will be a trace back. Now, when I say a trace back, it means that it's going to have a price correction, but don't expect that the prices are going to go back to like a booster box from base set to like $20,000. Like that's not going to happen anymore. Okay, like the days of finding cheap WOTC booster boxes are gone, especially first edition. They are gone. Unlimited, it's almost gone. So if you're a sealed collector or investor and you like WOTC, I think your boat sailed. you should wait until that traceback happens to go back in, and then they will gain more value afterwards. But right now, it's difficult to know where the peak is going to happen. So as an investor, just be cautious, because at any given time it could be that peak. You always want to buy when the interest is not as high as it is today. When the interest is high, it means that it's just going to keep growing, and maybe you'll make some money, but it's more risky. So be very careful. Anyway, after the market manipulation happened, Logan Paul decided that he's done with Pokemon cards. He did what he was asked to he did what he was asked for, probably, and then he's out. So be very careful. When there's money, there's manipulation of markets, and there's going to be a lot of scams as well. So be very careful when you're buying sealed product, when you're buying booster boxes. We have seen it all across the hobby these days, opening a vintage card box that has fakes on it. We saw it with the famous video of the 375,000 first edition booster box that was fake. Then we saw it with PokeRev, which opened even a Japanese Neo box that was fake as well. So you'll start to see more fakes, and not only in sealed product, also cards. So be very, very careful about that. Investing in cards through a picture, it's very hard to tell if it's a fake or not. So be very careful. I will only invest in graded cards at this point when they're vintage, not in raw cards, especially if they're first edition, because it's going to be very wild west and very hard to know if they're actually fake or not until you get them. Sealed product, it's very hard. If you're buying sealed product that is very expensive, don't buy it through eBay. Just fly, meet in person, and and make sure that everything is legit now, because COVID is going on. Like, just be careful. You don't want to get exposed to it, right? So be very careful with the deals that you do. And then the third one is if you're buying into these speculative bubble that is going on right now in the vintage Pokemon cards, just be of the mindset that at any given time it can come down. So if you're investing, just make sure that you're investing or collecting in what you love, because if it bursts, you will not care about the money that much, because you're enjoying the cards that you have. And that's my mojo. It's like always invest in something that you love. So if you invest in Pokemon cards because you love them, you will not be checking constantly the prices, because if they fall and you don't need to sell them, you don't care, because you know they will go up again at some point, and you love keeping those cards. And that's what makes the investment in this hobby amazing. It's a free investment, right? I keep always telling people you can invest $100 or $1,000 today on a card, and that card is going to grow. If you chose a good investment. So it will just be a free investment, because at any given time, it's a free hobby, because at any given time you can just sell that card and recover your investment. So enjoy the hobby, enjoy the investment side of thing, the collector side of thing, and don't be angry about investors jumping into the hobby. It's a good thing for a hobby like this one to have investors in it. It means that the hobby is maturing, and that we're reaching that point where things are going to get more interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really liked what I said here. As I always say, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about this market manipulation, about the Pokemon market in general. And if you have any other questions around Pokemon collecting or investing, please let me know in the comment section, because I will make a video out of that. So until next time, gotta collect them all.